Hello guys, welcome to oddsmarket.com. I'm Natalie Rydstrom. Nigel Seeley's here. We're now taking a look at the Premier League sort of picks of the weekend here, the best value bets. You've got to jump all over. And I tell you, we've got some great matches, obviously including the big Monday match there, Liverpool versus Manchester United. Nigel, thanks for being here.
Yeah, looking forward to a massive weekend in the Premier League. Great to have it back after that rubbish we had on international football. Can't we have in that rubbish?
Now, listen, obviously, I mentioned sort of the big match on Monday. A lot of people are staying away from it on a sort of a betting stance. Will you be taking a bet?
I won't. I'll be watching it. I think sometimes the best games in the football matches don't necessarily produce the best bets, do they? Mm-hmm. And I think this is one really to just watch, have a few beers at home, watch it, enjoy the game. It'll be a fantastic game. Mourinho going to Manchester United, going to Anfield, where he hasn't had any, no love lost between Chelsea over the years, especially between Chelsea and Liverpool in that famous, infamous the goal that wasn't. So it's going to be very interesting to see how he goes up against Klopp. It's going to be very, very interesting. For me, I think the prices look bang on, but I'll be watching it. I do fancy goals, and hopefully as a neutral and just someone to watch the game, I think we hopefully will see a few goals. I think we will.
Yeah, me too. I tell you one thing I was also noticing sort of like on the outrights here, there's definitely some value on sort of like backing a home team or backing the favourite. You don't obviously have some sort of like heavy favourites, which means there's sort of quite a bit of value this weekend.
Yeah, I mean, in the Premier League this weekend, there's some very, very interesting games. I mean, if you look around, I've actually picked about 7 or 8 bets I actually like. We'll see on the in-depth show that we're going to do on a bit later on. But the bets I like Arsenal. I think Arsenal will beat Swansea. I think Arsenal are very, very strong at home. They haven't conceded in their last 4 games. Mustafi and Koscielny now forming a formidable centre-half partnership. I think Swansea, under a new manager, Bob Bradley, the first American to manage in the Premier League, it's going to be a day that he's not going to enjoy. And I think Arsenal to win 2-0 there is a fantastic bet at 2.25. Odds against, I think it's a great bet. They've won their last 4 2-0. They're looking good, Arsenal. They're looking very different from years ago. They've got a bit of bite in that midfield now, and I think they'll beat Swansea convincingly 2-0. That's one of my best bets. Well, it probably is my best bet in the Premier League this weekend. Yeah.
What about Spurs there? Spurs, fantastic form, quite a sort of a decent price. I think 1.7. Is that a bet that you'd take?
I always worry about Spurs, especially the week before Champions League football. They haven't really started winning the Champions League. They lost at home to Monaco, and they need to get back to winning ways. So it's a tough trip to the Hawthorns. I mean, West Brom aren't the most fashionable side. They never really play some great football, but they're always very, very tough to beat, Tony Pulis sides, as we've known throughout the years. So that one is not a play for me. I'll be avoiding it. I'll be just watching that one, but I won't be getting involved in that one.
All right. Any other tips there? Best the ones you tell our viewers there, jump all over anymore?
Well, I'm going to take a chance. There's one I really do. I think Crystal Palace will beat West Ham. I think Crystal Palace will be priced at 2.2 to win that game. I've seen West Ham a couple of times this season, and they're not a very good side. Apart from Dimitri Payet, they offer very, very little. Defensively, they're not very good. The goalie's having an absolute nightmare at the moment, and Palace are getting better and better. And I think Palace at home will be too strong for West Ham at 2.2. And the other bet I'm going to take a chance on. I'm going to take a chance on Everton +1 at 2.1 against Manchester City. The reason I like this bet, Natalie, is because of what Manchester City have got in midweek. They have to play Barcelona at the Nou Camp, and Pep Guardiola going back there. I think they will rest players. And I think that you might see a very surprised-looking Manchester City side. It wouldn't surprise me to see Sergio Aguero rested. And I think Everton are a very tough side to beat. We'll give them a game. And I don't think this will be very one-sided. So I'm going to Everton +1 against Man City as my sort of left-field pick for this week.
Wow, interesting bet. All right then. Nigel, thanks for joining us.